So I'm officially at the point in this project pan where I hate everything I own, and I hope to never have to lay eyes on nail polish ever again. Just had daylight savings a couple days ago and I've been dragging this week, so we're gonna do a nice little eye mask before work. Brightening and clearing for under eye darkness and puffiness. This is what I need in my life right now. So I'm probably gonna do my nails later today, and I'm just using a bit of cuticle oil. I feel like I have used this so many freaking times this winter and it just never goes down. The level never goes down. I'm not a nail polish girly, as it turns out. And I'm not usually a eye mask girl. Like I never think to use them. What is in it though? It looks like it's just niacinamide and caffeine. Did paint my nails last night though, and I don't hate them, so there's that. Hello my friends, and welcome back to another Project Pan update. It is almost the end of March. Spring is officially here. It doesn't necessarily feel like that in Toronto. You know, we tend to still have a pretty chilly March and April, but we have had some nice days. It did hit like 20 degrees Celsius the other day. Everything was opening up. The ice cream shop was open. Kids were running around playing. It's just like that little taste of spring that feels so good. I also love doing these little chatty sit down updates with you because I feel like I have just been a little disconnected from the channel the last couple months. I have been so busy with work. There has been a lot going on, and I just feel like I've kind of been in survival mode, still getting videos out, but just not really able to, you know, put community posts up and chat with you guys in the comments and, you know, do more decluttering and chatty videos and chatty vlogs. And so as we're going into spring, I'm super excited to get back more into those kinds of videos and connect with you all a little bit more. So definitely also let me know in the comments what else you would like to see. Am I too late for spring cleaning? No, it's only March. I feel like we could still do some good spring cleaning stuff. Maybe I'll run a poll for that one and see how you all are feeling. But also to say, I've missed you, and I'm excited to share some Project Pan updates today. Not going to lie, I am a little disappointed in my progress. I feel like picking the cadence of every 2 months was the right frequency for me because I don't use a lot of makeup. And even for some of my skincare and hair care products, I have been astonished at how slowly I'm using them. But that being said, I did use a few things up. I did pan a couple things, so I am really excited to share those updates with you. So we're gonna get into all of it. And I'm gonna do this in a similar format as last time, where I'm gonna touch on the stuff that hasn't really been touched yet and why. And then I'm going to go into the work in progress items. And then last but not least, we are going to go into the things that I actually used up and that I actually finished. All right, so very similar to last time, a lot of the usual suspects, things that I just haven't had a chance to open yet. I'm still working through another gel, and I'll have a progress update on that one. I have to say, these nail polishes that I had aspirations about using in the winter, I did not. I do have an update with another nail polish that I did make some progress with. Of course, I picked one that was not part of the project at all, and that's the one I decided to use. Go figure. The only other thing that really was actively in the project that I didn't really touch in the last couple months is this volumizer foam. And the reason for that is because I just realized that I had so many other smaller hair care products that I wanted to prioritize first and finish those up. Like, let me show you what I mean. I have this Moroccan Oil Frizz Shield Spray. I have this Amika Supernova Shine Cream, which is lovely. I got this from my sister. It was about a third full, and so I'm coming down to the end of it. And again, it's just like, this only has a little bit left. This only has a little bit left. And then I also have my Way Leave-In Conditioner, which I love and I use pretty often. So I've just tended to use these things and my hair gel versus the volumizing foam. And hopefully I will have some updates on being able to finish a couple of these hair care products by the next update and bring the foam back into the project. All right, now let's get into the work in progress items. It's mostly skincare and then maybe a couple hair care items. So let's kick it off with my R&Co motorcycle gel. I have made some progress with this, but it's slow. I really only use it when I wear my hair curly, which is maybe like once a week where I'll actually do the scrunching. But I have taken it from 89 grams at the last update to 78 grams. So we are underway, slow and steady. I just really don't use that much gel. but we're getting through it. All right, next up we have this Tula sunscreen. I have used it a couple times, but not much, just because it has been the dead of winter here. I have started using it a little bit more though. I can feel it's getting pretty empty. And I took it from 38 grams to 35 grams. I feel like I'm gonna be able to use this up before the next update. Like now that it is actually kind of getting sunny out and warm again, I'm just gonna make this my primary facial sunscreen and probably use it up. Like I would say I probably have fewer than 10 uses of this left. So we'll see. And maybe I'll actually start tracking my uses for this as well. Next up, we have the Kate Somerville Exfoliate. I used this a few times, but again, much like my last update, it's like I'll maybe use an exfoliant once a week. And especially with like using retinols as well, I have to be careful like when I exfoliate, when I use actives and so on. So I took this from 62 grams to 59 grams. Making progress. I mean, I don't hate that this one is kind of lasting because I really love this product and it is expensive. I most likely will not be rebuying this when I'm done. So I'm kind of just enjoying it while it lasts. Next up, we have this Versed Retinol. This was very new to the project last time. I have used it quite a few times and I've taken it from 50 grams to 45 grams. There's only 30 mils in here, so I'm making progress. I actually found the last time I went to pump it that it was kind of like struggling to come out. So it's hard to say how much more I'll actually get out of it. I feel like products like this can feel like they're running out and then they still tend to last forever. So we'll see how we go with this. This might be gone by the next update. It is something that I am using at least a couple times a week. So I wouldn't be surprised if this one was panned by the next update. Then we have this cuticle oil. I have not made much progress in terms of mass. I feel like I need to just start marking the bottle to show the levels because that's probably how we're going to see progress because there isn't much liquid in here. So measuring it doesn't work as well as it does for other skincare and hair care products. I took it from 40 grams in the last update to 39. I feel like I used this a ton this winter and just didn't really get anywhere with it. I feel like the level is dropping, but I also feel like I could have this cuticle oil for like the next 10 years. It really is just making me realize how long things last. Then we have this Youth to the People moisturizer. I have loved this so much. I actually might make the switch after I run out of all my other moisturizers. This might be the main one I buy moving forward. I have just enjoyed using it so much. It was pretty new to the project in the first update and it is not panned, but as you can see, I've made some really good progress. I took it from 70 grams to 56 grams. Then we have this vitamin E gel, which I added to the project last time. I have taken it from 39 grams to 36 grams. It's really hard to tell from the inside just because it's gel, but hopefully you can see how close we are to finishing this up. So I have been using this regularly. I really think I'll be able to finish this and pan this for the next update. Now we are getting into just the couple makeup items I had. One was this lip stain. There was very little left last time. I have used this at least a dozen times. It just won't run out and I don't want to throw it out until there's really no more product coming out. So the weight of this stayed the same. I'm just going to keep using it and I'm just going to try to finish it up for the next one. I thought for sure I would finish this up. And what I'm going to do is I'll start tracking my uses of this as well. Again, just because the weight thing works really well for things like skincare and hair care, I find, but doesn't work as well for makeup. So I'm going to track my uses leading up to the next update. Then we have this blush. This has been my main blush since the last update. I had hit pan on it, but now because I've hit pan, it has lost its structural integrity and it is starting to crumble. I have taken it from 26 grams to 24 grams and I have just been getting a ton of use out of it. So I am trying to, especially now that it's kind of coming apart, this is my primary blush. It's what I use almost every day. And so I'm really just trying to use this up as soon as possible. But as you know, and if you watch any other project pans, you know that blush can take forever. So we'll see. I'm curious to see where this goes by the next update. This was the one nail polish that I actually have used since the last update. It's Essie's Refresh Yourself. I really do love the color. It's very pretty. So I have gotten 3 uses out of this. I've done my fingernails twice and I did a pedicure with this as well. And I took it from 50 grams to 49 grams. There's still a lot left in this. I'm hoping that now that we're getting into the summer months, there is going to be more incentive to actually use up some of these fun nail polish colors that I have. The thought of doing a pedicure is a lot more appealing in the summer months. So hoping that I can maybe roll some of these into the project and make some progress with some of them in the next few months. There also just hasn't been any updates with this MAC blush. I really haven't used it since the last update because I have been trying so hard to use that pink one. So there hasn't been any change in weight for this one. All right, now let's get to the couple things that I actually was able to use or finish up. So first off, I used a Topicals eye mask. I also used the Youth to the People Super Berry Hydrate and Glow Dream Mask. This is an overnight mask that was absolutely amazing. Again, I think I've been influenced. I want to buy this product. I won't anytime in the near future, but as I'm actually finishing up the rest of my products, I might add this to the rotation because I put this mask on overnight and I kid you not, I was absolutely glowing the next morning. My skin looked amazing. And I feel like this is one of the few products I've used that actually touched my sebaceous glands. I've tried a million different things before. I've tried oil cleansing, etc. And nothing has really worked for them before. But I feel like I woke up the next morning and they were all just kind of like coming out. And then I was able to just like wash my face like normal and my skin just looked flawless. So I love this, was very happy with it, and would definitely use again. But of course not anytime soon because we're panning stuff. And finally, the one product I was actually able to pan for this update was this body butter. As you can see, it's completely empty. I've really enjoyed using this as one of my main body moisturizers over the last couple months. The smell is amazing. This one I think is the sweet citrus. Again, probably a product I would consider buying again in the future. I think this is pretty expensive, so for the time being, I'm continuing to work my way through just my regular body lotion, like my Vaseline. But you know, maybe if I'm up for a splurge down the road sometime, it is a really nice product and the smell is so nice. So that is all for this Project Pan update. I will see you all in May for the next one. Please subscribe if you're not already to make sure you don't miss that update. I have a lot of other great decluttering, simple living, money, personal finance content. So I would love so much to have you, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.